My loves, guess what? I have some juicy news. A whisper floated across our little corner of the world, carried by sheer excitement and wrapped in that familiar sparkle of anticipation only our beloved community knows how to stir. One of our Squatties team members, bless their radiant soul, shared something so tender, so heart-melting, so impossibly precious that it sent ripples of joy rushing through us all. It was this beautiful picture, this frozen moment glowing with warmth, capturing a connection so pure it almost feels like a secret blessing from the universe itself. A picture said to be of Duchess Meghan and her beautiful daughter, Princess Lilibet, shared with the kind of pride and affection that only true admiration can hold. My loves, ain't they looking amazing? The very suggestion of such a moment already sends a thrill dancing up the spine. Whether the picture is real, imagined, inspired, symbolic, or simply embraced by hope, it carries a magic that words can barely hold. And either way, if it is real or not, our hearts as Squatties remain unshaken, unbothered, and utterly confident in what matters most. The grace we admire, the strength we celebrate, the beauty we recognize, and the courage we honor. Duchess Meghan and Princess Lilibet, in our eyes, stand always beautiful, always brave, always shining with that undeniable glow that triumphs over anything the world throws their way. What pours out of this image, or the idea of this image, is more than just a snapshot. It's an emotion, a whisper of devotion, a moment suspended between two hearts. That was a loving kiss between mother and daughter, the beautiful Meghan with her beloved daughter, Lilibet. A kiss that doesn't need a caption or validation or explanation, because love speaks its own language. It speaks in gestures. It speaks in tenderness. It speaks in the stillness where affection holds its breath before spilling out. There is something magical about seeing such a moment, about imagining the warmth of it, feeling the softness of that little hand held in a loving grip, catching the tilt of a mother leaning down to offer a kiss that carries safety, devotion, and unspoken promises. Even the landscape around them seems to hush, bowing respectfully to the intimacy unfolding before it. The green stretches behind them like a painted dream, the sky wide and aching with calm, the river gliding past, as though it, too, is humbled to witness something so innocent and gentle. My loves, there is a reason this image, whether rooted in reality or wrapped in hope, strikes the soul. It reminds us of the sweetness that survives even in a world that loves to roar. It reminds us that behind every headline, every loud voice, every swirling rumor, there is a mother loving her child, teaching them what tenderness feels like. There is a child responding with trust, leaning into that affection with total, unguarded joy. It reminds us that love, true love, cannot be erased, diluted, or dismissed. It remains, it stands, it breathes even more boldly when it's celebrated by those who believe in it. Imagine, for a moment, the quiet power held in such a kiss, the kind of power that doesn't demand attention, doesn't shout, doesn't posture. Instead, it glows, it radiates, it fills every corner of the moment with a warmth that spreads like sunlight across the heart. It is the soft kind of power that mothers have had for generations, the kind that shapes futures, the kind that heals invisible wounds, the kind that gives a child the courage to grow, explore, and shine. My loves, I know you can feel it. That electric little thrill that sparks whenever we witness something so lovingly human. That irresistible pull that brings us closer together, united in admiration and fierce loyalty. Because whether this picture is captured from reality or painted from imagination, its message is unmistakable. Love thrives, beauty stands tall, and courage blooms even in the quietest corners. There is something sacred about a mother leaning toward her little one with tenderness so soft, it almost feels like a sigh. The bend of her stance, the tilt of her head, the way her long hair cascades forward as though trying to join in the embrace, all of it speaks of a devotion that needs no validation. The child, tiny yet full of radiance, leans upward with absolute trust, offering her little face to receive that kiss with the innocence only childhood can hold. Their hands, clasped gently, form a bridge between their worlds, one on the cusp of life's vast journey, the other guiding with love steeped in experience. The backdrop of rolling green and open sky frames them as though nature itself is applauding quietly. The trees stand witness, the river murmurs its approval, and the wind carries the sweetness of the moment like a secret whispered to the leaves. It is soft, it is intimate, and it is utterly mesmerizing. And my loves, let's talk about how this image, this tender, heart-stirring tableau, affects us as a community. It reminds us why we gather, why we support, why we uplift. It fuels that protective flame we hold for those we admire. It reinforces our belief that joy always deserves a spotlight, especially when the world tries to cast shadows. It inspires us to keep shining, keep standing firm, keep celebrating beauty where beauty is due. Because that is what we do. That is who we are. My loves, there is something undeniably powerful about witnessing affection so pure that it becomes a symbol of resilience, a symbol of tenderness, a symbol of family that thrives despite noise, despite scrutiny, despite storms. A mother's kiss becomes a declaration. Love wins. A child's smile becomes a reminder. Innocence blooms wherever love is allowed to grow. And somewhere in the heart of this moment, whether captured in reality or woven through hope, we feel our own spirits lift. My loves, hold that feeling close, because there is something irresistible about the way it lingers. It settles into the heart with the gentlest touch, yet it echoes with incredible strength, reminding us that moments like these are not merely glimpses of affection, but living proof that tenderness still has a place in a world so often brimming with noise. That soft kiss, that tiny hand tucked into a loving grip, becomes a quiet anthem, one that hums of hope, of connection, of bonds that flourish far beyond the reach of doubt or distraction. It is the kind of moment that invites the soul to breathe a little deeper, to remember what truly matters, to cherish the beauty found in small gestures that carry enormous meaning. My loves, let that warmth spread, because the more we reflect on this tender exchange, the more it sparks something golden inside us all. It inspires us to protect these moments, to celebrate them, to amplify their glow until it reaches every heart open enough to feel it. And in doing so, we stand united, embracing the truth that love, real, powerful, nurturing love, always finds a way to rise, no matter what shadows try to fall around it.
That's all for now, Dazzling Sussex Titans. I'm your host, Kennedy, and I'll be working with Melissa. And I'm so thankful that you could join Melissa today. And remember, be bold and never dim your shine in this wonderful world. Let's keep on supporting Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan. Keep smiling, keep shining, and we love you all to the moon and back.